Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel, My Food Story Africa. On today's episode, I'll be preparing cabbage sauce and spaghetti. So this is me going to the mall to get fresh tomatoes and tin tomatoes, corned beef, and most importantly, spaghetti. Yes. Well, I'm not a fan of red meat. I don't eat red meat. I prefer fish. But on this recipe, we won't be using any protein. You're free to use whatever protein you want, be it fish, be it seafood or meat, anyhow. But this is me eating it just plain without protein. So I got my fresh tomatoes sliced, onion sliced, my blended crayfish, and that is my cabbage I'll be using for this sauce. So this is me giving our cabbage a very good wash. It's very important to wash off every manure, every animal waste on the cabbage, because animal waste are being used to grow crops in Africa and in fact all over the world. So this is me removing the first and second layer of the cabbage, and I give it a good wash with salt. Then I begin slicing. So it's very important to take off the stalk from the cabbage. So the stalk is the hard part in the middle of the cabbage. It's not needed. You don't need it. So you just need to cut it off. So this is me cutting it off and trashing it away. So I begin slicing the cabbage and getting it ready for our cabbage sauce stew. Yes, I'm very good at knives, so I really know how to slice really fast. So now we heat up our oil, then I put in our already sliced onion into the pot, then I allow it to fry, then I give it a good stir. Yes, I need to allow this to cook. So the next thing I'll be putting into the pot is our tin tomatoes. So I like to fry my tin tomatoes so that raw taste will get out of it. Yeah, I don't want to eat my stew and feel that raw taste from my tin tomatoes. So this is me adding it into the pot. Yes, to fry for the next 2 to 3 minutes. So this is me giving it a good stir. So after giving it a good stir to cook for the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'll be adding our already sliced fresh tomatoes. So this is me adding the fresh tomatoes into the pot. I'm still going to repeat the same process I did with the tin tomatoes to allow these fresh tomatoes to get well cooked for like 2 to 3 minutes. Then the next thing I'll be adding into this our beautiful pot of stew is the seasoning cubes. I have a particular kind of seasoning cubes I use. You can use whatever choice you want, but this is the one I use. I use a different kind of seasoning cube. Yes. After adding that, I'll be adding already blended crayfish into the pot. Yes, a lot of people don't really like using crayfish to cook stew, but I love the taste of crayfish in my food. Yes, I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria where we really love using crayfish to cook every food. So this is me showing off the different spices I'll be using for this pot of pot of cabbage stew. So I'll be using the curry, I'll be using thyme, and I'll be using a different stew spice. I won't be mentioning the name, but if you really want to know the name, you can ask any question on our comment section. Feel free, and I would answer to every question you ask. So this is me adding the curry into the pot. Then I'll be adding the thyme powder into my pot. Then after doing that, I'll be adding already blended pepper. Yes, I'll be adding my pepper. This is me adding pepper. A lot of people like adding so much pepper in their food, but I don't really like so much pepper in my food. So I like just the pepper in moderation. So this is me stirring the whole thing in the pot and allowing it to cook for the next 5 minutes. So after stirring the whole thing, the next thing I'll be doing is I will be covering the pot to allow it to cook. Yes, I will allow this to cook for the next 5 minutes. Then after cooking for the next 5 minutes, the next thing I'll be adding into this pot is our corned beef. Yes, corned beef. Like I said, I don't eat red meat. I prefer using seafood or fish. But this particular recipe I'm preparing, I don't want to use any seafood, or I don't want to use any beef, any red meat. Feel free to use any protein of your choice. It's up to you, but this is how I like mine. I don't know, you might like yours in different ways. It's all good. So this is me adding the corned beef into the pot. So after adding this corned beef, I'm going to give it a good stir and allow this to cook for the next 5 minutes. Now, corned beef actually contains a lot of salt, but you need to be careful when salting your food. So this is me adding a little pinch of salt into my food. I really know how to salt my food because I don't need the measuring spoon to know the measurement of salt to put on my food. So after adding the salt, I need to add a little quantity of water to allow this to cook for the next 5 minutes. Yes, like I said, always be careful when adding salt to your food. So this is me, my salt is in moderation, all the spices are in moderation, so I need to cover this now and allow it to cook for the next 5 minutes. So after cooking for the next 5 minutes, the next thing I'm going to be adding into our pot is already sliced cabbage. Yes, this is the cabbage. So this is me adding the cabbage into the stew. See, I could feel the aroma in this kitchen. Man, this really tastes nice. I haven't really tested it already, but I could feel it. It tastes nice already. So this is me adding the cabbage into the pot of stew. Now you need to be careful with the quantity of cabbage you're adding to your stew because you don't want your cabbage to be more than your stew. Yes. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to allow this to cook now. It's ready now. So this is me adding water and spaghetti and a little pinch of oil into my spaghetti because our stew is ready. So this is me adding excess water after the spaghetti is almost done. So this is me adding extra water to wash off the starch, too much excess starch in the spaghetti. So this is me adding the water in the spaghetti, stirring it, and I will be sieving the whole water from the spaghetti off. Yes, because I don't like my spaghetti to be starchy. So this is me. After stirring it, I will be sieving out the water from the spaghetti. Yes. So this is me sieving the spaghetti, sieving the water out of the spaghetti. Yes. I'm sure this is the best way to cook your spaghetti. Yes, this makes my spaghetti less starchy and nice. So our food is ready. So this is me dishing out a little portion for myself. Yeah, I call it little portion. Yes. So this is me dishing out a little portion of the spaghetti and our cabbage sauce. Wow, guys, this tastes really amazing. This tastes amazing. Like this is a recipe you really want to try. This is it. Yeah, I could feel every taste, every spice. It was on point. This was really on point. You don't want to miss out. Are you going to try this recipe? I will find out from the comment section. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and follow my page. My name is Iola Elvis. Thanks for watching.